Barcelona 3, Benfica 1. And guys, what a performance by the team. What great goals we saw. Raphinha, Lamine Yamal doing the business. And Barcelona, guys, 3-1 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate, and we are through to the UCL quarterfinals. Man, I'm so happy. I'm proud of this team. Hansi Flick, all the boys. We got the job done. We had the tribute to the doctor who just passed away. And Barcelona, they do the business. We beat Benfica. And guys, let's get straight into this game. But guys, first, like up this video. 12 likes is the target as usual. And also, subscribe if you haven't. Road to 800 subs. And give me your thoughts on the game. Who is your man of the match? What do you think about this game? Because let's get straight into it. Hansi Flick, for me, he played the right lineup. You know, Frankie de Jong was probably the only question in doubt. Frankie or Casado. Because we knew with Cabarci's red card that this was going to be the lineup. We knew that Ronald Araujo. We knew that Inigo Martinez. These guys were going to start. Raphinha, Lewandowski. Was there any surprises? But what I will say is that we did get our early goal. And honestly, the place was bouncing. The Montjuic, the Olympic Stadium. You know, I love the atmosphere. How come it can't be like that at times in La Liga? You know, having a fortress in the UCL. You know, I understand it's a little bit farther for Barca fans, but genuinely the Montjuic was bouncing. And when Raphinha scored that first goal, I knew it would take us a long way. And let's talk about that first goal because we had it coming. We had a couple attacks, and I felt like it was coming. And then Lamine Yamal. What can I say about this kid? Brilliant skill to put Florentino Luis down. And Lamine Yamal, also, this is the quality of this guy's got. You know, he sits the guy down, and then he picks his head up, and he sees Raphinha at the back. And he's got the quality to execute that pass, and he does it perfectly. A beautiful floated ball to Raphinha. And Raphinha, let me tell you this, guys. It's not that easy. We see Lewandowski. He had a couple chances. He didn't score today. But Raphinha, the concentration, the volley, to meet it with the perfect connection, and it's in the back of the net. He's celebrating. And another big game, another big goal from Raphinha. And then, guys, I have to talk about, you know what happened next? We conceded off a corner. And I feel like that all Barcelona fans in that moment were like, that was against the run of play. That was a bit awkward. And is it going to be one of those nights like we've seen Anfield? We've seen bad losses in Europe to Frankfurt. We've seen some to Roma. We've seen these losses. Is it going to be like that today? But let me tell you this. We got Hansi Flick. And Hansi Flick, the mentality of this team to bounce back straight away. Benfica score. 10 minutes later, we score again. Lamine Yamal. If you thought the assist was great, the goal was even better. The goal was amazing. The goal, I thought it was going to be a cross, but it's disguised. And guess what? He puts it in the top corner, the top left. And Lamine Yamal, genuinely, you know, many people criticize his goal scoring, his goal scoring form. But let me tell you this. Today he scored. And Lamine Yamal, this is what I got to say about him. He's such a great player of football. You know, this guy, he gives you dribbling. He gives you assist. And when he's scoring also, it's very easy to like Lamine and Raphinha because these wingers that we got, they do so much for our team. They help out in many ways. Raphinha, he gives us the defense, the pressing. He's a leader, and he gets us goals. Lamine gives us creativity, and this guy, today, he got his goal. And it was a beautiful piece of work. We were up 2-1. I love the celebrations too. And hey, you know what happened, guys? What happened next was that Raphinha, you know, he finished off Benfica. And let me just say this. If you're a Benfica fan, I feel like you definitely dislike Raphinha because it feels like Raphinha scores in the biggest moments, but then for you guys, it's on the flip side. It's like Raphinha scoring in the worst possible moments to concede. And Raphinha, once again, Alejandro Balde, big up to Alejandro Balde because I've criticized him sometimes and I feel like it's been fair. And Raphinha, he was out wide. Balde, he intercepts the pass actually. He runs the full length of the pitch and then he finds Raphinha. Raphinha takes a touch. He settles and he scores. And Barcelona up 3-1 at halftime and the celebrations were big. The stadium went wild, and I was super happy. At that moment, I knew this Barca team, the way that we responded from conceding our goal, and then we scored 2 more, I knew that Benfica's heads, they dropped, and I love the mentality of Hansi Flick. Just fight back. But, guys, I want to say this. You know, a bunch of people will talk about Lamine and Raphinha, but let's talk about the defense because the highline was on point today. Pavlidis offside a couple times. Benfica in general offside a couple times. And let's talk about Ronald Araujo and Inigo Martinez because these two guys, I feel like played an A+ game, both of them. Ronald Araujo was quality. Inigo Martinez with some big blocks, and Inigo and Araujo. You can make the conversation. Is this the guys that need to start? Because Cabarsi has been decent, but what I've seen from both Benfica games, from Ronald Araujo and Inigo, it's been pure quality, and that is what we need at the top. When you're playing this high-risk, high-line football, Inigo's got the brains, Araujo's got the physicality. I think it's a perfect back two. And I have to say this, hey, yes, we beat Benfica, and yes, it was not an easy task. Benfica, they put up their fight. They really did. In moments, it was this team, Benfica, were just annoying. They were like a kind of like a team that just were never getting away from you. You look at the scoreline, and it's still a one-goal margin in tie, and you can't be too confident. But Barcelona, ultimately, they got the job done. And ultimately, guys, Barcelona, they are well on their way in the quarterfinals. I feel like that we got to credit guys like Raphinha. How many big games in the big moments has this guy stepped up? Seriously, guys, Bayern Munich, both El Clasicos, against Atletico the last time we played them, against Borussia Dortmund, and 3 times out of 3 against Benfica. This guy has to be Benfica's worst nightmare. Lewandowski didn't do much today, but to be honest, we didn't really need him. We could have scored more goals, but let's be real, guys, we didn't need to, and I like that. I like that Hansi Flick didn't go too heavy, not too heavy, pedal on the metal. There's no reason to force it in that second half. Why force it when Benfica is the team that are chasing? They're down 3 goals on aggregate. They need to come out and play. But I like the way that we just played mature. We played keep ball, and a little bit of the old Barcelona of tiki-taka. We've seen that. We heard the Olays, and that is what I like from the team. I think that, man, that was a professional performance. I'm proud of the boys because what else is there to say? Szczesny, I thought he commanded his box very well. Outside of the goal, ultimately did score. Who cares? Because Szczesny was very, very good in that first leg. He's the reason why that we got a clean sheet out in Portugal. I just got to say the defense, they deserve credit. Pedri, I heard he won man of the match. Great job to Pedri. Pedri, Frankie de Jong hustling, Dani Olmo with the pressing. Everybody played well. That was a complete team performance. Outside of Lewandowski, maybe, but even Loa was trying his best. He didn't have his goal. He had 2 chances to score. It didn't happen. But what can I say, guys? We win as a team. We lose as a team. That's all I can say. And the message is to Lille or whoever we play, Lille or Borussia Dortmund. We must beat them too. We got Atletico on the weekend. We got tough games. But Hansi Flick, what a manager we've got. He's eliminated completely the fear factors in these big games. And guys, that's it for me. What else can I see? Raphinha again in the clutch. If people want to talk about Ballon d'Or, look at Raphinha, bro, in the clutch. I don't know about Ballon d'Or. He's got to prove it a little bit more. But Raphinha has been great this season. And Lamine, great. That's it for me. Great game of football. Barcelona with a beautiful result. And guys, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, road to 800 subs, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Visca Barca.